What's up, guys? Time to show off a new build. This is going out to my buddy Sean. He is getting a Troika dial that I don't have because I thought I already had one, but it is going to an awesome home. So this is the SU-27 flanker Troika dial. I thought I had one of these until I looked at mine real close and realized that's a different plane, that's a different angle. I don't have that, but this one's really cool. So this is one of the first ones I've seen where it might be hard to tell in the video, but most of the time these are all mirrored, right? And then the background is normally kind of like a matte finish. This one actually has a brushed finish to it, and it might be tough to see. There are a little bit of pock marks here and there, kind of down around the wording, that just couldn't be avoided. I would make them worse trying to fix them or damage some of this loom, because this is an older dial. It's probably every bit of 30 years old. Okay, Google, skip. So it's every bit of pushing 30 years old. I don't have that kind of loom or anything, but we went with the original hands that were on, it was on what was on it before? It's a 2409. It was a mechanical wind with a date wheel. Now it's on an automatic with the date wheel. It's a 2416B. So we use the same hands as before. And then as you can see, this is on a full cerakote build. 150 case, aggressive shark tooth bezel, and a link band, as well as a matching milled caseback. We did everything in tiger stripe and did it in a black and white. So when you kind of look at it, you go, oh, there's some gray. It's just a play, just an eye trick, because I keep thinking there's oh, that right here is gray. And you're like, oh, when you get it in the light, nope, it's black. So it is just black and white. And I thought, since everything was black and white, I happen to have some ceramic inserts. This is a full-on white ceramic with black minute accents on it. We did the circle star on the crown, on the case back, and then the lower left of the double lock clasp. You got your SU-27 flanker reference right here. And do I have the SU? Let me check in my book here real quick and see. There's some MIGs. Hind. I believe these are... let's check the back of the book for the index real quick, because I might be under the wrong spec. SU Sukhoi flanker. It's in here, page 408. So I'll try and get a picture. All right, this is kind of cool. So drop this off to the side here. Might have to pick my phone up a little bit, but we've got some info on this SU-27 flanker, and I'll try and get some cool pictures in there for him too. But I ended up picking up this book for $1, and it's been awesome for when I can take pictures with it. Obviously, you can see that there was a crease in it, but I'll get a picture in there of that with that SU-27 in the background. Glad I had that there. So that is the build. As every build, I reference bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. It is a tension ring bezel, non-click on the Vostok platform. Automatic mechanical, you've got a rotor in the back, you just can't see it. How these work, you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point, you can wind. And a wind is a turn away from you. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing. And go back and forth. If you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, you'll keep time throughout the day because that'll be mixed with your rotor movement. If you do it for another 10 seconds or so, you're going to max out your 31-hour power reserve, which is what I'd recommend if you're not going to be, driving, or if you're going to be driving or sitting still, not really moving that rotor around. Pull it out to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You also notice we just advanced the time on that, but there's only one position here. So what happens when you want to advance that date? There's only one quick way to do it. And what you'll do is you'll get past your midnight, and as you're getting around 9, you're going to start seeing that it's going up in the air, right? And then it drops back down. Once it drops back down, you can advance it. Now, if in that maneuver back and forth you ever notice that it doesn't advance a day, you'll want to go forward a full 24 hours, because if you try and do it a second time, you'll knock it off track. So that's the quick way to do it, but sometimes it can get jammed up. See how this is working nice and smooth. 26. I always just go back to 8. I do 8 to 12. So fairly simple, but you can do the full 24-hour. Advance 2. Didn't actually take too terribly long to advance it. So, okay, Google, what time is it? 8:31 p.m. So at least get you on the same. So 8:31. You're good. You're going to push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. And that is your build, sir. I will be actively looking for another one of these dials. This came out of a full watch. Some of the ones I've done before, I've only been able to find the dial by themselves. This one was actually found in a full watch. One of the ones I'll be doing for myself. So I'll have to cross-reference again. I think this is the 30. I think this is the SU-30. And I think the one I did was an SU-24. So I'm going to have to just cross-reference again and make sure. But so slightly different than that one. That one kind of has a brushed look, and it's a dark tone to it. And you can actually see some like, your tiger stripe, or however you want to consider that kind of camo on there. Looks like it's done in a green. So I'll probably do myself a build in some form of complementing silver and some form of drab green. Just kind of essentially like this. Not sure what I'll do with the bezel insert, unless I have one just made myself to complement, or I might just do a solid bezel without an insert, so that I don't have to put something that could kind of clash or something. So I think this thing came out awesome. I'll end up using the original hands on mine too. I might use the original movement since I'm not selling it, and it's okay with me if it's not an automatic, because I'm not, upgrading and then putting out. So I might just put that right on over. I'm not really sure yet. So, but this is Sean's build. These are the colors he picked out. I think everything came out awesome on it. And as with every build, come with matching beads. This is going to come in a 3D printed silver BBW 3D printed box. This is going to come, you're going to have your build cards on the bottom from a couple other builds, which I'm going to stick in there now so I don't forget. They're not build cards for this one, but they're build cards for others. This will come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts, so this watch as a whole. Non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue, as well as a microfiber. And then it will also come with some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like poly watch, and it's for your acrylic glass because you can scratch it. But if you do, you'll put a tiny bit of this on it, and you'll buff it out using your color matching microfiber. If your scratch is up and down, just go left and right, fill in the scratch, buff it, haze it out, and you should be good to go. If it's still there, wait a little bit, and then do it again after that solidifies, and just kind of build that scratch, filling that acrylic back up. So that's the build, sir. Appreciate you a ton. I hope you love it. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique and not a Troika dial, because I only have a couple of those left. So unless you want a submarine, but anything else, reach out. I'll see what I can do for you. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, because I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.